Fortunately, I can get there. I just can't get there and... I'm okay with that attack. No, it's not an attack until I click on him. Pretty unwounded. Not a terrible idea to start softening it up, though.
Locked on for physical attack.
Okay.
Commander.
Alright, we don't know what you're doing yet. You can just hold on. Do you know what we're doing here? This is the PPC. PPC has a shot there and a shot here. Could drill that. 92% on the striker. That would kind of be nice. Get a kill there. 88% there is pretty good too. 12 initiative. We go ahead of that guy though. We're only with one. I think they also go ahead of him. Initiative 11, initiative 14, initiative 14. They're definitely going to go ahead of this. I think the striker's dead. Let's take a shot on this thing then. Excellent. We can move again. Apparently we're slightly overheat there. Good. All right, us.
What are your orders, Skipper?
Take a shot at this thing. We're looking at center torso. Probably. I think we left him at 1 health there. Okay. Maybe the teammates can finish him off since he is downed and at 1 health. No, they decided not to. Alright, we got an awkward position now. Do we want to try to do... I don't think we can get in range of this guy. I don't think he can get close enough to get a shot. Or is he dead or not? Maybe he is dead. Oh, that guy ejected. I didn't see him eject. Okay.
Engaging jump jet.
Alright, we can keep stomping this thing. It's starting to be weak from the top and the left side. It's facing us. So left side is the side that no one else can get to. That seems like a reasonable attack. We do want to attack it with melee. We wish to attack it from that position, melee. Okay.
Commander?
Apparently overheating here. I think I might just take a turn off. can't get to the side that's vulnerable. Probably need to help with that. I think I'm going to sprint down the path that way. Try to end up in cover. Good vigilance. Okay. And this mission was totally manageable as 1 and 1.5 stars with an allied group. Like, totally manageable.
Receiving you. Up high.
Got eyes on the target.
Okay, killed one of our allied vehicles. Let's keep stomping on it.
Yeah.
Which side is it again? It is the left side. Okay, it's currently facing that way, so left side is this side. From there. Yeah.
Putting my weight into it.
Hey, it's a kill.
That one's gone.
Alright.
Order, skipper.
Can walk forward and do some damage to this guy. Trying to decide if we can get behind it or not. Can get to its side. Not sure that's advantageous for us. I mean, maybe if I can clear the other side of it and do it.
You got it.
Alright.
Let's see what you got.
Actually, really good damage there.
Critical hit.
I'm not sure if we can get a PPC range. I suspect not. We can. It's a block shot at 1,000,000 miles. At 43% though. Fuck yeah. Alright, we'll try to end this.
Jump. Targeting my house.
Method inbound, Commander. I'll meet you at the LZ.
Victory chat. Alright, I like the missions so far. When I'm not being killed by my allies or having like ridiculous swings in damage. Like that was a fun one. Held the high ground. Killed the shit as it came forward. Had ally for supporting for long range stuff. Blocked there. They had 2 convoy vehicles that tried to dash through that we killed coming through. Like that was a fun fight. That was a fun mission to be a part of. I got to play with the ECM with some understanding. So, I don't know. Alright. Destroyed the convoy escorts. Destroyed the guards. Contract payment increased. Cost us 31k for the drop costs, apparently. Alright. We took fairly grievous wounds on the hunchback. Everyone else just took armor damage. A lot of experience. Almost 1,200 experience out of that. Alright. Salvage 3 and 13. Bunch of mech parts here. ER medium lasers. Large laser in there. Some light AC2s, LRMs. Medium lasers times 1 billion. Medium laser magna. Don't Don't know what that is. 15% increased damage in heat. Seems like a decent one, although it does not sell for very much. Death Blossom rockets. Thumper artillery. $15 tons. Value 2.5 million. Seems like that's probably a salvage choice. Some engine cores in here, quite a lot of engine cores. We'll take a look at their prices in a minute. I'm looking for anything else that sticks out for stuff. 3 indirect accuracy seems like a very nice one, worth $1 million. It's probably something I'm interested in. Ace of Bonds. Take a look. Guardian ECM. This has been very annoying. Grants a 3 ECM field to anyone in range for electronic countermeasures. I would really like to have this. So much salvage that we're going to roll on here. Another sensor sniper suite. SHS cooling. Don't know that. Billion different types of ammo. Look at the amount of salvage that we can choose from here. There's ammo for the weapon that we took. I think we're gonna take something like this, decent value and decent utility for us, something like this which has really good value, and I think we're gonna either choose between a engine core at what value, 1.6 million, or that other ECM, the ECCM suite that was kind of interesting, the Guardian. We don't have one of those yet, and it feels like it might be relevant. Certainly the hit percentage of stuff, the Guardian ECM here. Electronic countermeasure suite. This would go perfectly on our little dude already, right? ECM jammer reduces enemy sensor checks by 3. The jammer bubble is 210. Yeah, I think I'm going to take this. I want to take the engine core because the engine core has the most value and we do need money right now, but I think having the ability to actually kill enemies through their electronic countermeasures seems pretty damn good for us. We're going to confirm these as our loot. See what we roll on randomly. Okay. Got another case. Part of an urban mech. 2 engine cores is nice. Picked up a FCS standard, which I think is okay. It's an accuracy module, I believe, that we can replace some of our other stuff for free. And actually picked up ammo for the gun that we chose. Seems good. Not a lot, not super high value, but some. Supposedly 11 million in claim salvage. All right. Okay, chat, I need a very quick break from this. I'll be back in a minute. See you guys shortly as we load out of this. Back in a minute. All right, got some water. Let's take a look. Want my crew to get started? No. So we are in orbit around this planet. 2 days till our second mech bay comes online. 4 of our pilots are fatigued from going on that mission. All of our mechs are damaged. One of them is critically damaged and can't be launched again. We do have 4 mechs, but we will be missing one of our big ones if we launch again. That might be okay. We have 12 days to make enough to pay our people. And we're currently 360,000 in. Let's take a look at the store here. What does the system store actually have in stock here? And what faction are they? Okay. And how much damage is done, has been done to the mechs that we can relaunch? Is it worth taking a day or two, or should we launch immediately to get our pilots fatiguing? The line holder's actually taken some fairly significant armor damage.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sun.
Thank you, Valikas. Welcome. So, pretty beat up center torso, side torso is pretty beat up. This is in rough shape. I really wouldn't want to bring this out without some armor repair. So we probably need a couple days, is what it looks like. How's the spider? Spider's not that bad off, honestly. Took a little bit of damage. I would love to get the enhanced sensor suite onto the spider. Okay, so let's start by trying to get our Lance as operational as possible, as quickly as possible. You know what's kind of cool about this too? For the first time ever, I feel incentivized to bring long-range weapons. Ever, because prior to this, it was just always like jump jetting hunchbacks and everything else. Medium lasers are just so good. That's what I'm getting at. How can we get more weight on this dude? I don't know if we have to. We picked up a what was the piece we picked up? I wanted to look at that. Where does it go? Could drop its engine size down. But if we're going to do that, we're going to have to use jump jets. And I actually don't dislike that idea. We have nothing to use our heat on. So if we use jump jets for this, we'll get big movement bonuses while doing that. The only downside means we won't be able to, and we get better positioning options, but we won't be able to do as much vehicle attacking as we did because we want as much melee movement. So we picked up the FCS Indirect, which replaces this thing. And we picked up we already have sensor powered. We just now got another set of these. Or maybe we didn't install the last set, I can't remember. What was the other sensor related? This thing, the Guardian ECM. It weighs 1.5 tons. Electronic Countermeasure Suite grants a 3 ECM field to everybody in range. ECM bubble 3 ECM field to everybody in range. Oh, it's not. I thought it was ECCM field. And it gives a +1 against being hit with active ECM. What does our current suite do? Grants stacking bonus of 2 sensor checks made by this unit, provides additional information. ECM jammer reduces enemy sensor checks by 2. Doesn't actually say it. God, the language is so weird here. Okay. Chat, help me parse through this. So this one here. Stacking bonus stacking bonus of 2 to sensor checks made by this unit. How can it be a stacking bonus? ECM jammer reduces enemy sensor checks by 2 in range. Sure. Okay, so maybe it's different stuff. So maybe jammer reduces sensors. And this says, this is called the cockpit sensor suite. Gives us +2. And then it has a... So we've got a jammer in here and a sensor sweep. This is what this brings to the table. You think the longer the target remains in its range, the more bonus this mech gets to sensor checks? We should check that. I don't know when a sensor check occurs too. Is it the beginning of the turn? But we should definitely check that out. Alright, and if we were wanting to throw in the Guardian ECM, we have to find more weight on this thing. The only way I can see finding more weight is dropping the engine size down. So let's say we did that. Let's say we pulled, this is a 240, I think. No, it's not way. It's, yeah, no, it's 240. Okay. Which makes it really fast, which I like. But let's say we made it from a 240. Throw in a like 140. How many jump jets can we support with a 140? Just 4. 4 was not very good range. Man, I want like a 200 in here because that gives us 1 billion tons, which is fine. I would love to armor this baby up and throw in some more sensor stuff. That's fine, but it needs to have good mobility to be useful as a sensor boat, right? This lets me run 5. But my max, okay, but looking at it right now, our max movement is pretty good right now. Max sprint is 350 meters, jump jet's 150. We need to be able to jump jet nearly as far as that, and I'm pretty certain that with, do we even have jump jets available right now? We might not even have jump jets available right now. They might have all been put on the Hunchback. I don't think we even have jump jet available right now. Yeah, we do. 6. Alright, so if we're running this engine size and we run all 8 jump jets, what's our jump range? 225. Is the Guardian ECM something that needs to be run on this guy? +1 defense against being hit with an active ECM is something we want on our damage dealers. It does not have to be on this guy. 3 ECM field to everybody in range. I don't know what an ECM field is. I think that's the defensive field that the opponents keep running. And a jammer. So it is a more powerful jammer than the sensor one. Ooh, fancy. Thank you. All right, my wife has just brought me a ton of food, so I'm gonna mute the webcam as I eat. But we're probably gonna be looking at our rough goals right now, are to get a little bit of a sense of what our new equipment does, and then rebuild our Lance as quickly as possible to go out on another mission, and then think about taking the time to respec. All right. So I'm gonna kill the webcam here. Back in a sec. This thing's been performing okay. We don't really have time, like even to repair, it's crazy, to repair the armor that it lost in that fight, it's 5 days of downtime just putting armor back on. It's not even in the configuration of armor I want. It's not even done either, right? Like we're still missing a couple tons. This is now 7 days work to just get the armor that it took back on. I don't want more medium weapons on lasers on this weapon. I actually want the range on it. I was thinking of putting maybe the Guardian ECM on this, but maybe on the Hunchback. The LRMs have been doing fairly good work. This fucking large laser is literally dumpster bad. I can fire it like once before it overheats the whole fucking boat. Can we pick up anything else that's useful? I think it's kind of impressive. I did pick up that module that changes direct fire accuracy penalty, which is nice because it's a -5 immediately for being in direct fire, I think. So getting rid of 3 of that's good. I don't think we're ready to do that here. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure canceling auto repair the being cost me half the value of it. So I want to get rid of this stupid thing. I kind of wanted another missile system. We can fit more we can actually fit more lasers if we wanted to. We could go more medium lasers. I mean, what's these are medium pulse. Heat 15, what are these? Heat 36. It's just so many days. We got to get back in fighting shape. We have 12 days to pay off our people before we can start another month. All right, chat. Sorry for the lunch break, but my wife made me quite a nice middle meal there. So there's some comments in chat about how to refit, and I'm not really looking for direct advice on that, not in the way you're offering, because what you're offering is total rebuilds of the mechs, and I don't have time to total rebuild them, in the sense that I don't have enough days to do that. I would love to total rebuild them at some point, but it needs to be when we have the production time to do it. We're at a world right now. Every day that we're spent waiting on our mechs to repair is a day we're not making money off missions, and that's a big deal. So what I'm looking at, I think, thinking about this, honestly, I really wish I had understood when I refit the initial Hunchback. I wish I'd known I had endo steel as one of my options, because I would really like to have equipped the endo steel on the Hunchback as opposed to the fucking armor buff. So we have to pay extra for this guy because all his armor got shredded. I'd rather have done the structure one on him and the armor one on somebody else. But probably eventually we're gonna try to refit the line holder into more of a closer range fighter than it is right now. It's got decent armor, and we probably want to end up dropping the LRMs and dropping the ER large laser, loading up to maybe 4 medium pulse lasers, and if we're lucky, getting the I think it required more launcher slots than this. One of that launcher, but I think it takes four launcher slots for this. Takes 5 launcher slots. It'd be super nice to be able to refit this into a bit more of a medium range brawler. At the moment, all of its damage is coming from the LRMs, with a little bit of damage coming from the medium pulse, and very rarely something from the ER large. So we'll see about that. Meanwhile, I just want to repair these dudes. So I think this guy is pretty much fine as he is. Which is fragile as fuck, but doing work for us. So this looks like it was probably 45 chest armor here. These may have been 35, I'm not sure. This was definitely 20. Maybe not 20. So it's this plus armor somewhere else. Oh, center torso got wrecked a little bit too. Okay. Not sure what the rest of this looks like. One, two, three. We didn't lose anything off this, right? This is still 2 days of repairing in here. Looks like that's probably what it was. Ooh, we lost back armor here. $35, $35, 20, 20. That looks maybe about right. I don't know if we took more bite damage to the back or not. Might be too weak on the weight, too weak on the legs too, but all right, I think this is what we'll do. We'll confirm this. This is 2 days of repair. Yeah. All right, the Panther needs repairing. I think we only lost a little bit of armor. Might even be able to get away with doing nothing here. Lost about 3/4 of a ton of armor. What is the, how much time is added if we pull in the 5% increased sight range, 10% increased sensor range? If we throw these in, what does it cost us? A day. It's not super bad yet. Lost a little bit of back armor. It's up to 2 days now. Leave it at 1 like that, maybe.
Have returned.
After some time.
Hey, Duggar B. Thanks to the resub. Could leave it a couple tons under. We lost half a ton of armor that we're not going to be able to replace in time and just do 1 day of repairing in here. Take that time to add powered sensors in here. Seems fine. Okay.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
All right. So we're currently 3 days out before we can do anything else. Just too bad. It's 3 days of sitting on our hands here. Probably more once we start repairing things. I don't believe that. I think that all that's doing is replacing the structure. This guy needs armor, unfortunately. We have to get this back up. I don't think we have any refit capabilities on this guy right now. It's just too bad, because really what I'd love to do is I'd love to throw on the endo steel here. Supposedly only a day. Gives me a lot of weight to play with. So we could run in Guardian ECM in here. Which I think is a very big initial boost. Now we're up to 2 days already. And we gotta get armor back on this thing. Just gonna wreck it 3 immediately. So we saved ourselves quite a bit of weight putting that in, right? We could throw jump jets in it off that weight. Is this up for, this is up to 55 tons. Giving this jump jet capability would be really nice long term, since eventually I'm gonna wanna make it a much closer range weapon boat, probably with medium lasers, and drop these heavies and shit. Just don't know if I can afford the timing to put these in. I mean, this already is up to 5 days, 6 days on this. Alright. I'm ignoring those for a second, ignoring the endo steel. How many tons of armor did we lose? We lost 2.38 tons of armor. I could just drop that large laser now. It's really not doing very much for me. I don't think it takes much time. How's it 2 days? 2 days to do what? We didn't do anything. 2 days to do nothing? Seems excessive. .85 tons total of armor. Okay, let's try to round this up so we don't have to mess with the 8.5 shit. Okay, those are all rounded now. Not quite. Okay, those are all these whole numbers. Which apparently is 2 days to put all that stuff back on. God, it's so penalizing to do any mech stuff. The fact that armor takes this long to repair is nuts. Okay. Well, I want to run our ECM. This was really good. I want to off the side with the fucking LRM ammo. Why? Oh, that's Why is the ammo stored in the center torso when the launchers are on the arm? You should put the fucking ammo on the arm in case the arm blows off. You don't need the ammo also being another vulnerability point. We could make this the next project and take a fight without it. We're going to be a little bit short firepower if we're just running the Hunchback and the two little guys. Alright, here's the decision we're floating around, is basically how much time do we have to do this? This is 3 days here. If we get this up and running, could we do it with these 4 mechs in 5 days and then switch the major refitting to the line holder till the next time we transit systems? I don't think this thing does anything, right? It has 1 medium laser. 1 medium laser, 1 machine gun, 2 machine guns. Alright. Well, that's 2 of our stuff. Let's take a look at the missions here. We need a mission that pays a reasonable amount. Trap sprung, maybe. This is against the planetary government again. One star, Highlands. Could do it for cash. Although cash currently seems worse than salvage every time. $204K here, minus whatever it costs us for launching, plus the bonus, plus selling is probably enough. Hypothetically, what this means then is we've got to get our next mission done before 12 days. I mean, we could maybe sell and make it, but I'd rather be useful here. Does that mean each system we're basically going to have 2 days in? 2 missions in? I don't really want to leave this system quite yet. What other contracts do they have? So we immediately have a move along mission. 18 days to the next location just showed up. Don't know the area. Pretty reasonable difficulty. Be nice to actually get ahead here in terms of stuff. The fitting time will be nice. We can maybe do the major refit then. Wonder if we can take one of these missions. This is a fair chunk of money at a 1 star. Does difficulty is difficulty reflected in pay or not? Or is the stars really the indicator? Because this is a 1.5 star for 300,000. Well, this is a 1 star for 715,000. Okay. Kind of want to do that one. Stars indicate enemy tonnage. All right. Not much to be said there. Got to get 4 mechs available. Maybe we can try it with a small. Trading a 55-ton mech for a 20-ton mech feels pretty bad. Especially since one of our mechs literally doesn't have guns. Let's get this guy up and running and see how many days it would be if we just straight up repair it. No, I don't want to do this 1.9 shit. I'm a bit worried about that. So we go to refit. I'd like to auto repair it, but let's see. What does this take timing wise? We took serious damage on this guy. It's going to be at least a week, right? There's no way we can get it done in less than a week. I mean, we're missing 5.5 tons of armor. doing this week? Oh, adding tons of armor to your mech. 4 days. Makes this assault roll even more dangerous. Fucks all of our ability to recover. Up to 11 days. This is too long. 12 days to recover. This is without even switching to some of the back armor I kind of want. You would use the button. All right, I want to show you what you're... I kind of want to show you what that happens with that. So I guess I need to test this for certain. My suspicion right now is if I cancel things that have already been queued in the order, I'm losing value, I think. So let's take a look. I don't know that for a fact yet, but that's been my hesitation. So if I click repair here, it says 1,190 C-bills. So click repair. It gets queued and thrown into the queue. And if I actually click on what it's doing, can I see what it's doing? Because I'm pretty sure it isn't putting armor on there. I'm pretty sure it's just repairing the damaged skeleton. Thank you, Nycav. You know, shown by the fact that it took us 12 days to repair the armor in manual, and it's only taking this 1 day, right? So all it's doing right now is taking a day to inefficiently repair that shit without putting any armor back on. That doesn't seem very valuable to me for using the manual repair there. Feels like I should be, or the auto repair should be doing manual repair there. If I stop work, oh, I get a full refund, so that's at least nice. Well, I haven't been doing that, Gorby, because I was worried about this, and also about the fact that I want to refit when these times are happening, but it doesn't look like that's an option. It looks like I should have repaired armor directly coming out of the fight to get the values back, although the values aren't properly distributed to begin with. So, okay, sure. All right, so this is not capable of having this thing ready for combat before the next time we're ready to go. Our current mechs are 5 days of progress. Maybe a little bit less with the Argo upgrade, but we want to start the next Argo upgrade when that happens. So presumably we're actually going to need to repair this guy. And this is going to be the one we're going to have to do. And what did we say? 3 days thus far, and we need this in under 9. Can we do the refit of this in under 9 if we wanted to do that? And for the refit, we wanted to pull off LRMs, but we can't because we don't. We can switch to the maybe do partial refit, drop the ER lasers, keep the LRMs for now. Get the ECM on here. Consider the jump jets. The issue with the jump jets was weight. To get weight, we need the endo steel, right? Okay. Alright. 2 jump jets there, 1 there, 1 there. Sure, keep the jump jets out of the area of the LRMs, maybe. Could do it in 11 days in Bay 1 and the other 2 repairs on Bay 2 in 2 days. Is that how it breaks it down? I wasn't sure how it was going to break it down. We can start on the longer one in the main bay, sure. So if we're going to build this for the medium weapons, we should do that. It's a little bit low on heat sinks too. We got to get its armor back up to par as well, so let's start fucking around with this. And we have how many days on this? Basically anything shorter than 12. Like to make those changes. This needs to go up higher than 90 too. That's probably about 115 we're aiming for, maybe. We have back armor damage, no. 100 on the legs is probably okay. Arms need a bit more than that. This is 9 days now. The weight's still way under at the moment. I can live with that. Got the ECM on. We're missing the other lasers. Don't know if we have medium lasers. We got another medium pulse, actually. Just going over here. It's 10. Most we can do for this is 11. Still missing armor. Has its jump jets on, but only 4 of 5. Alright, what's its range now with jump jets? Max jump range is 180. Okay. This is 11 days. Let's get it just shy of 12 and then launch. Go up to 150 armor center, 40, 40, 115 like this. That's okay. We gave up the large for these. I'd really like some medium. I'd like some heat sinks on it, but I don't know if we have the time to do it. So it looks like this. Left arm for accuracy bonus. Yeah, I can buy that. I didn't know it had 5 weapon laser slots. That's fairly interesting. Like that, then it's 12 days, apparently. Feels bad. It's longer to put things in arms? Come on, what do you mean? It's massively longer to... Fuck that, alright. I would love an indicator showing me what each thing cost me in terms of time. Because I think that might have just been ordering issues there. Let's try that again. Okay. So, weapons, lasers, go. Medium pulse in the arm. Strip the large pulse. Throw the medium pulse in. We're going to want to put the ECM in here. We want the jump jets, of which we're running 5. 1 center. No weapon slots in the center. Can we put them in head? No. We'll run 2 on this side. I like spreading them out, but I could spread them out like this instead, just 1 to each location. He's just fairly resilient to losing any body part. Okay, this is 5 days. We need that repaired. We're gonna drop the thing. We're gonna put another medium laser on. Do we want to do it now or do we want to wait? Attaching rockets to the cockpit might cause problems. Might not. So we're actually underweight right now without putting the end of fiber stuff on. Maybe I do the rest of the refitting post mission. Add the rest of the tonnage in and armor. So I would like to get that other stuff on, but that's like 10 days. Everything weights up a little bit lighter on that, but oh well. Back armor's still a bit weak. Arms are a bit weak. That's okay. That's 9 days instead of 10, leaving just 1 piece of armor out there. Okay, we'll roll with this. We got 5 jump jets on. We did drop the ER. Our heat efficiency is still a bit bad. Okay, let's confirm that. No, I don't want the indirect cockpit for rocket accuracy on this. It's not eventually going to keep LRMs. We're going to make this a medium thing for the time being. The other one I did want was sensors though, and I can't remember if I wanted it on. This one's going to be closer. I don't need it for that. That's fine. Okay. This isn't... Okay, 9 days. Great. Alright, let's push that up into the priority for line holder up. Go. Close. This is 12 days worth of repairs there. Let's begin moving time forward. Oops. Alright, save here is fine. Okay. Oops. Seems fine. Paying too many mech wares in some sense, but oh well. So back to the Argo. We have the 9-day one going first, and then the little ones. Good. Okay, let's move time forward. 2 days on the Argo upgrade. Okay.
Hey boss, we've just completed those upgrades.
Fantastic. Second mech bay available. We want to keep the Argo upgrades coming. It's engineering, I guess. We'd like a cheap one that took a while would be ideal. Training module would be really nice. What does that cost us? 90k, 10 days. Seems pretty good.
All right, I'll get the team
Okay.
on it right away.
What do these do? 1 tech point, sure. 1 tech point. 1 tech point. Okay. Alright. We already bought mech warriors for faster repairs. So we need to set the other mech bay working. Can I drag and drop these? I can. That's phenomenal. Does that now mean they're going to be done simultaneously? It says 4 days. Why 4 days? It's not a 4-day repair. Maybe it was a 4-day repair. Okay. Doesn't depend on which slots the mechs are in as far as you know? Okay. Well, the next thing I want to do is start repairs on this guy. These both need to be ready. See, this mech bay is slower though. This is 8 days of work for the Panther. The Panther and the Spider combined were not that long last time. They were 2 days and 1 days. Why is this not 3 days then? Down here. The order in your timeline is what matters. Well, which is it? Is it the bay? The bay is supposed to let me repair twice at once, right? 2 at once? Did it just reduce the time for all of these? I don't think it did, right? Maybe moving them cost time? It's an interesting question. eBay only at 50% until upgrade. Where do you find that information? Also fucks with all the decision making we've made up until this point right now. Does in fact say it works as mechs on 50% efficiency. What upgrade fixes that? The automation upgrade. Okay, we're gonna want to hit that pretty soon. I was reading this stupid fucking... you saw me clicking on these, right? I wasn't reading that though, I was just reading that. Okay. Then, timeline-wise... Yeah, but... Chat, I don't want to be too rude here, but... If it's a 1 day and a 2 day repair, and it takes twice as long, that goes to a 2 day and a 4 day repair. These are showing a 4 day and an 8 day repair. That's a 4 times increase, not a 2 times increase. Why? Also, it's 8 days to put a little bit of fucking armor on this thing and drop in a new sensor suite. Maybe this one is 8 days because of when it's there. If I move it down, it's different. That did change things up. Still 8 days till they're both done. Yeah, but how long do we have? It's 7 days away from there, but didn't we time the timing on this one until when we're about to get fucked? We have 10 days. No, there's actually a little bit more time than I thought there was. Alright, so we need to manage the 1 day task, which is the Panther in the main bay afterwards. Okay. Panther 1 bay. Oops.
Nice to see you down here in the hole.
Like that then. Alright, 7, 4, 8. Okay. That's fine. Alright. Let's go ahead and get that time rolling. Game. You don't want to pause when my other one finishes?
I've got some things to update you on, boss.
I really would have liked you to have paused when the other one up finished. Also, did the Panther get repaired in the other bay when I wasn't looking? I think it just auto decline. I think it just auto does these. I think it repaired this as well, right? What's the deal with our Panther right now? It's got like a ton of armor. Okay. Let's throw that in. We didn't lose anything, right? So the PPC, the jump jets were pretty weak on this right now with this number. I don't know if we need to go up in number. At 4 of 4, just they weren't very useful. Maybe for positioning the top of something. Alright, so there. It's 1 day. It's fine. We hit confirm on this. Figure out where we can fit it. Okay.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too hard.
It's working on that. 2 days. 4 days till bankruptcy. That's fine. I want when this line holder finishes, I want to start repairs on our big guy in Bay 1. Okay, just finished. Let's begin repairs on this. Which is a full refit. It's okay as it is. It's a bit fragile. It's the only thing. This is gonna take the rest of our life. Want to beef up the back armor slightly. Do we lose any other weight from anywhere? Armor somewhere. 12 days of just building armor back. That's 80 there. Where's the piece that's not balanced? 40, 60, 40, 60, 120, 120, 50, 50, 80, 80, 40, 140, 40. I don't know where the unbalanced piece is. This is 499 tons. Okay, 50 on the arms. Some torsos, maybe slightly too high relative to the arms or legs. Maybe. All right, let's roll with that. Shift click allows changing armor by 1 point. Okay, thanks. Didn't know that. So this is going to be confirmed for 42K. Rough.
Right. I'll get it
Okay.
scheduled.
The Panther's going to be moved to here. That makes it 2 days away from drop time. Sure. Okay. Does it take time to launch missions like it does in XCOM chat? Are we going to kill ourselves by not knowing? I guess we'll find out. All right, moving forward. Just finished in 1 day. Time to go. All right, let's launch. Let's find a mission and launch. Command center.
Always good to see you at Ops, Commander.
We're going to go for the biggest payout here. Although I'm not sure about the salvage. We only need 500K. Take an engine core, we're probably good. Get 200K anyways. Although we do need some liquid cash. I always choose engine cores if I have to. Are they going to be 500K worth of engine core? Depends what they sell for. What do they sell for? Probably 2 of them are not going to be 500K. Probably should just take pure cash on this. Okay. Bit of a bummer for us, but oh well. Alright, we gotta bring this little shitter, which sucks. We do have pilot upgrades if we want them, or we could spread out experience more again. At the moment, the feature holding us back is not our pilots, it's our mechs. I've really enjoyed Ace Pilot. Got a lot of experience in them too. I guess we should probably do that first, huh? Fine. I wonder if people get salty if they don't go on missions every so often. So test 9 leveled. Wait, didn't we get 7,000 from that last mission? No, maybe it was 1,155. That sounds right. So is he the bookish guy? He is. That's interesting. Can't even take a single level from that. Initial verdict, worth it on sale. You realize this is a modded game, right? And that I've already played Battletech on this channel and have pretty extensive coverage of the game so far. Let's take a look.
Commander. Waiting for orders.
Not actually sure that actually kind of made no difference whatsoever with the points, did it? I don't think I'm actually going to assign any of these points. Fine. I guess we'll just take our mission. Probably going to bring the same crew we've been bringing, since I can't imagine we're ready for operations anytime soon afterwards. I hate that we have this mech. Alright, who's piloting what? Gunnery skills on the weapon with guns seems reasonable. 5-3 on both of these, and then where's my, this guy's also 5 piloting. Presumably this is gonna, I think this is gonna matter for the Stinger a lot, 'cause I think the Stinger is gonna be a pile of garbage. I have my anti-ECM guy, which is here, and we have 2 for these. All right, fingers crossed. Stinger will get someone killed, sure, but it's better not having a 20-ton mech right now for a fight. And my other mech is out of commission for way too long. Right, mission 4. I don't think we could afford to rent a tank right now. Missing a lot of our firepower too with the Hunchback out of operation. I like the things we picked up so far. I wish I could fit that medium launcher on something. But 5 launcher slots, I don't think any of our mechs have that. I certainly don't have it in one spot. Maybe that's not how that works. Maybe I can fit it on my arm, the arm that has the LRMs right now. I actually think I can probably fit it on there. Just takes 5 hard, it takes 1 hard point, but 5 slots, right? So I probably can fit it already. All right, we'll see about that maybe. I never know if it's frozen here or not. I can move the cursor around. This is not moving. It is a load time, but how long would we wait? Like all day? And what do I do if it freezes on launch? How long do we wait for? Painfully, but I mean the base game was fairly laggy and fairly buggy.